Why did the police pull the phone records again? So the 3 people that were arrested in the casino, they found evidence on one of them, John Paul, of several items that are typically used to rob things, like thermite and night vision goggles and grappling hooks and phone dongles and all that. They had a report from Dean Watson, who made some comment to the Chief of Police Bass, as well as the other people on scene, about robberies. They had a civilian who reported seeing a helicopter at the power plant off Clinton Avenue, right across the street from the casino. An explosion at that power plant, and then flying over to the casino and landing there. And then they caught multiple people inside a secured wing of the casino, inside a security room, or different areas, but one of them being a security room. And they caught those people basically trespassing in the security area. On top of that, they had a, what's it called? On top of that, they had a, they had an alert that something was going on with the backup generators and the electricity. So the conclusion of all of that is that there is something going on at the casino. It is a possibility that something is being robbed, but we know for a fact that the power plant was C4'd, and the claim from the officers to Crane in character was that the 3 people who were arrested as being in the secure area did not have any residue of using a C4. So the articulation is that they believe that the phone records of the people who were caught in the casino trespassing would release information as to who the person was who was not caught, aka the person who was aka the person who would have had used the C4 or would have used the C4. So they initially asked for a scope of 12 hours, and they also wanted bank records. The scope was narrowed down all the way to 3 hours, so from the point where XQC, John Paul, and Una were arrested to 3 hours prior, and the bank records portion was removed. I haven't seen a lot of people toxic, so that's the concern. Also, there's no charge from this. It's a furtherance of RP investigation, and they've already been charged for the incident, so there's nothing actually that
You son of a bitch.
there's nothing actually that goes from this against those people. The only thing that matters is who essentially is seen as an accomplice based on this community. And those people can be investigated, but I don't know if there's ever even any charges associated with that. What's the follow-up now for the X and Buddha text searches? I don't know. I'm not a part of the police investigation. Crims are only going to use email. Crims should only be using radio. I don't know why people text anything in-game. I've said this a million times, is that texting in-game is very bad. I don't know why people do it. I honestly couldn't tell you why people don't use burner phones, don't, you know, use radios and ever text in-game. That kind of stuff really concerns me. Hello, Penta. Thank you for your input. X is a crackhead. He buys C4 openly on Twitter. Why is anyone shocked? I don't know. Burner phones are hard to get unless you have a Connect. I feel like he could get anything you wanted. Most criminals that get caught for subpoenas usually could. Were you the judge for X and Uno case? Yes, I was. Thank you. What do you think about that none of them had C4 residue or they were unable to tie them to the heist? So that's the argument, right, Maverick? Their argument is not that they tied them to it. Their argument is that they couldn't prove that any of them threw it. So if none of them threw it, their argument was there must have been another person involved. Right? So their argument is, well, if we arrested John Paul, and Tony Corleone, and none of them have C4, or we think through C4, then we're concerned about, you know, the fact that someone else logically had to have been involved. That's based on the sort of in-character information that I got on Crane. But how do they link them to the person who blew up the power? That's the point of the phone subpoena. That's literally what phone subpoenas are.